cold waters of the Atlantic. A light breeze touches the deck, and the sun slowly sets on the horizon. People on board the most luxurious liner in history are laughing, enjoying life, and confident in the future. They don't even know that there is a night ahead of them that will never end. April 14th, 1912. At 23:40, the giant ship meets its fate. An iceberg breaks through her hull like a thin shell, and water fills the lower decks. Panic, screams, chaos. 2.5 hours later, at 2:20 a.m., the Titanic goes under the water, taking with it more than 1,500 lives. But before the ship disappeared into the icy depths, its radio operators frantically transmitted a final distress signal. They asked for help, about the rescue. Their voices faded into the void, and with them, the signal. What if it never disappeared? In 1996, 84 years after the death of the liner, the same signal is heard on the air. A communications operator on a cargo ship in the Atlantic, performing routine equipment checks, notices a strange sound. Faint, almost indistinguishable, but familiar. When he adjusts the frequency, he freezes in horror. This is an SOS signal. But what's really scary is the coordinates. They coincide with the wreck of the Titanic. At this point, it seems to him that this is some kind of mistake. But the longer he listens, the more clearly he hears. The ship immediately checks the databases. No ships have been registered in the area. There are no alarms or beacons, just the ocean. And that voice, received directly from the void. What was that? A simple glitch? Lost in the waves? A signal from the past? Or something more? Scientists tried to figure it out. One version says that rare atmospheric phenomena can reflect old radio waves, causing them to appear again after decades. But such cases are extremely rare and do not explain why the signal came exactly in the place where the Titanic sank. Another theory is just radio interference, a random coincidence of frequencies. But are accidents ever so precise? Or maybe there's another explanation. Maybe the sea keeps a memory? Maybe the energy of those who died that night was etched into space, frozen in an eternal cry for help? The Titanic has been lying at a depth of 3,800 meters for more than a century. Its iron bones are covered with a layer of silt. Its portholes stare deadly out into the eternal darkness. But perhaps it is not silent. Perhaps the tragedy left its mark. Perhaps someone is still trying to send a signal that no one heard in 1912. What was that? A mistake? A phenomenon? Or a voice from the past, breaking through time? What do you think? Write in the comments. Maybe the answer is somewhere between the lines.